It's one of the worst and least publicised nuclear disasters in history. The day the United States accidentally dropped 4 nuclear bombs on a small Spanish town. Now, half a century on, residents are still battling to have the contaminated soil removed for good.
Chances are you've never heard of the town of Palomares, a sleepy hamlet on the southern coast of Spain. And it's also pretty likely that you never knew about one of the biggest nuclear disasters in history, which occurred right here, a catastrophe that many have labelled a major cover-up.
I know that there is not full transparency about what exactly is happening there.
In 1966, a US B-52 bomber took off from North Carolina loaded with 4 nuclear bombs. It was sent on a reconnaissance mission over the then USSR, and as it returned home, was met by a mid-air refuelling aircraft over Spain. But disaster struck when the 2 planes collided, sending both crashing to the earth below and scattering 4 radioactive weapons, 3 dropping in Palomares and 1 just off the coast.
So in the beginning was expectation, there was curiosity. As a matter of fact, in the first few hours, the people even played with the bombs.
Rafael Moreno is a writer who's been searching for answers on the nuclear fallout for decades. He tells us that 109 people have now tested positive to plutonium in their bodies since the bombs landed.
That at least half kilo of plutonium is still in Palomares.
Carlos Sancho is the man in charge of the Spanish government's clean-up organisation.
Inside the soil, the contamination is real. The good news of the Palomares was it's no nuclear explosion, was only the chemical accident, but the problem was damage on the fuel inside the bombs.
Nowadays, the area is still fenced off. But concerningly, people work on vegetable crops and draw water from right next to the nuclear fallout zone. The latest tests on the soil here have indicated there are still extremely high levels of radioactive material in the ground. And interestingly, snails, which of course spend their time crawling through the dirt, well, ones from this area have recorded worryingly abnormal levels of radioactivity. The latest estimate is that a further 15,000 tonnes of contaminated soil needs to be removed from the site. 50 years on, and still no solution. In Spain, Tom Steinford, 9 News.